was cracking people, and today I'm not going to say the N-word. I'm going to discuss the N-word in a video essay that I'm trying this out because it's something different and I like to try it or whatever. So I didn't do research because fuck that, I don't care. I'm gonna use my own knowledge. I'm going to talk about the N-word. That's edgy, isn't it? Okay, well, see, the origins of the N-word are basically a long time ago, like in the 1700s, 1800s, people used to buy and trade and sell slaves. Why? Because it's basically, they would do work for free, or at least you'd force them to do. So what that meant was they could make stuff really cheap, but the slave owners or sellers or dealers or whatever, they called them the N-word. But in very simple terms, the N-word means black in like Spanish or something, yeah? That's basically it, and they called their slaves that because they thought of them as people who were worthless, or at least not their equals. They didn't really think of them as people, they just thought of them as a livestock, basically. Now, why should you not say it? Because it's offensive. It reminds people of slavery, and slavery is bad. It's not good because you're exploiting humans. But you might say there's a lot of other offensive words that people use and have no problem with. For example, people can call each other a retard. That's could be deemed offensive. Why would you only ban or like restrict people from saying the N-word and not all the other bad words? What I would say is either like restrict the use of every offensive word, or don't restrict any of it. That's what I think, but that doesn't really matter here. You hear a lot of people say, it's a bit of a meme as well, that only black people are allowed to say the N-word without any trouble. Why is that? That makes no sense. But if we say that just to make sense for now, then I could argue that if white people are not allowed to say the N-word because they are white and not black, then you're at the other end of the circle again, but just inverted, because then that's racist. You're not allowed to say something or do something because of a difference in appearance. So, because my appearance is white, clearly, I am not allowed to say the N-word according to a few people. That's racist. I don't really care, but that's racist. Now, I'm going to interview a few people to see what their opinion on the N-word is, and see if they think the same as I do, or if they have a different opinion.
What's the question?
Okay, what is your opinion on the N-word?
What the fuck? Yeah.
Is it like bad, or is it like, should people be allowed to say it, or should they not be allowed to say it?
I think they should be allowed to say it. Like black people, America, like, I don't know, man, they somehow made it into a good thing and into a positive thing, even though it refers to like the slavery past and shit. And I don't know, man, it's like kind of weird that they used that and made it into a positive thing, but any other race isn't allowed to use it. It's just retarded, you know.
So how are people allowed to use it?
What do you mean by how?
Like, can people just always say it, or not always?
It depends on the context. Like, if it is directed at someone in a, you know, how do you say, disrespectful way,
Yeah.
then it shouldn't be okay. But if you just like say it to, for example, to make a point or something, like, no, that sounds weird. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
As long as it isn't in a harmful way, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now I'm going to ask Law Mile.
Okay, goodbye.
But I'm recording a video and I want to know from you, are people allowed to say the N-word or not?
If you don't use it in a racist way, or you just use it to bother someone, then you shouldn't use it.
And if you don't use it in a racist way or to bother someone, or is someone allowed to say it then?
I would still recommend not to say it.
Okay, but they could or
They
not.
can say it, but I recommend them not to because they could get in a fight.
And what is your opinion on it in general?
As you see, people always usually annoy me on your server about the N-word. They they keep on saying the N-word, which is annoying.
Yeah.
But I can't do anything about it.
No, and it's hard to stop it, but yeah.
Because all the ways they can filter it.
Yeah. What is your opinion on the N-word?
Bruh.
Do you think people should be allowed to say the N-word or not?
If the other person is fine with it, then sure, then you're allowed to say the N-word.
And if you're
my opinion.
If you're in a bigger sort of group, but not like a huge group, but just like 5 people or something, or 10 people.
I'd say try to avoid it, but if everyone is okay with it, then you can go ahead and use it if you want.
Okay, but preferably not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because people can get offended or something like that, or yeah, people can feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
Or stuff.
Do you think people should be allowed to say the N-word?
Yeah, the N-word's the best thing ever created. Yeah.
Okay. And what's your opinion on the N-word in general?
I don't know.
Okay.
Ja, haal die weg, please.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time and thought. What do you think of the N-word in general? What's your opinion on it?
Yeah, gets them back to work. Yeah.
What is your opinion on the N-word in general? I don't know why they make a lot of memes about just one word that a lot of people say. Do you think people should be allowed to say it? Well, yes, what can go wrong? People might get offended. It's like a nickname. We call our friends. Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, gonna put you to work on the plantation. Yeah.
Okay, so the conclusion from these interviews is that you shouldn't really say it. You should, yeah, you shouldn't really. But if there's the people around you or who you say it to, if you know they're not going to be offended by it and they're okay with it, then it's okay to say it, but not preferably. That's basically it. That's the thing about it, and I made this video because I don't really have a reason, and I don't really need a reason, do I? So yeah, have a good day, evening, or morning, or night, or afternoon, or weekend. See ya.